Crunch time, sports fans! Welcome to the home stretch of Tibay at Tatag. Mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games updates, powered by Arena Plus Sportsbook and brought to you by Signal TV, official broadcaster of Thailand 2025. I'm Cheska Calao alongside two-time SEA Games gold medalist Jamie Lim.
Hello, Cheska, and good day to all the Filipino sports fans who have been following the SEA Games with us. We're down to a jam-packed penultimate day of the biennial meet.
Tama ka dyan, Jamie, and a whole lot of gold medals are on the line today for Team Philippines. And of course, we are here to take you through the pulsating action as the games unfold.
And to help us bring you guys closer to the action, we've got our correspondents in Thailand putting in tons of work day in and day out.
Bago ang lahat, balikan muna natin ang ating medal tally and check how the Philippines is doing today as of 11:30 a.m. Can we still take the fifth spot from Malaysia? Let's see. Host nation Thailand will finish on top with 197 gold medals, 130 silvers, and 93 bronzes for now.
And at number 2 is Indonesia with 80 golds, 93 silvers, and 103 bronzes. At the third spot is Vietnam with 73 golds, 72 silvers, and 99 bronzes. Singapore is fourth with 48 gold medals, 51 silvers, and 69 bronzes.
Malaysia is at the fifth spot with 46 gold medals, 49 silvers, and 109 bronzes. The Philippines is in hot pursuit of the Malaysians with 41 golds, 59 silvers, and 126 bronzes. A top 5 or top 4 finish is still mathematically possible because today, Team Philippines is vying for 8 or possibly 9 gold medals.
Kayang-kaya pa
Kaya
yan.
pa yan.
We believe.
And we still, we still have many events happening today. And don't forget the closing ceremonies will be happening tomorrow. We've seen, our teams, our athletes in the past few days also bringing in medals. Most notably, of course, for the Filipinas.
Yes.
For our women's football team, history.
An emotional one.
We saw the last game
Yes.
that Ina Palacios has
Yes.
played for the national team as well. But so many stories, so many amazing stories in the Southeast Asian Games. And speaking of those gold medals, the Philippine women's ice hockey team and men's chess team are vying for the top prize today. To tell us more about these crucial sporting events for Team Philippines, we have our correspondent in Thailand joining us this afternoon, Miguel Dipianco. Hi, Dip! What can you tell us about the big matches for today? First, pag-usapan natin, women's ice hockey.
Yes, check-in, Jamie. Ice hockey finals gold medal match in the women's division will be happening later at 1 p.m. Here in Bangkok time. So they'll be facing the host country, Thailand. But first, let me talk about their semifinals and how they got to enter that gold medal match. It was a close game against Singapore. It was 2-2 at the third period, and then the last 5 minutes or so, our Philippine team scored 4 straight goals to seal that win. It's very historic for our Philippine women's ice hockey team because for the first time in the Southeast Asian Games, they are part of the ice hockey sport. Also, it's been 6 years since ice hockey was part of the Southeast Asian Games. So obviously, they were so excited to be here. But more than that, they now have a chance to win a gold against Thailand. Pero magiging medyo mahirap yan because in their elimination match, Thailand beat them with a double-digit lead. Although sabi sa atin ng isang player, the alternate captain, Danny Imperial, that, some first-game jitters. So they are optimistic with their chances coming into the gold medal match.
Well, Dip, people here are still getting to know ice hockey. It's not that big of a sport just yet, but that's also why we love the SEA Games because it gives, Filipinos a chance to, be an audience to sports like this. How fun is it to watch our ice hockey teams, men's and women's, out there at the SEA Games?
Yeah, you're right, Check. We don't even have winter in our region, right? So it's kind of weird to say, may ice hockey pala sa SEA Games. But we have a lot of good athletes in the sport. And when I went to cover for the first time, I saw people entering. They were wearing puffer jackets, layered clothes. I was like,
wow,
parang medyo sobra naman tong suot. When I got inside the venue, sobrang lamig pala. So it makes sense na kaya sila naka-layered. So ngayon, pagpunta namin mamaya sa gold medal match, baka mag 3 layers ako para ready ako. But the atmosphere is crazy. It's fun, and then you can be circling around the rink. Tapos pwede ka lang makipagganunan sa glass dyan. So parang it's really fun, and then the crowd is super loud as well. A lot of family and friends of our national athletes and the women's ice hockey team are there to support, and also our men's ice hockey team, who by the way won bronze last night. I'm sure they will be there to even light it up at isuportahan ng ating women's ice hockey team.
Oh, that's great to hear, Dip. Ako, last one on hockey. Is there an underdog and a favorite in the women's hockey final, or is it like a dead even match?
Yeah, so the score actually was a whopping 13-0 in their first game. But sabi nga sa atin ng ibang players from the national team that first game jitters, it's their first time in the SEA Games, first time magkaroon ng women's division. So, nangangapa pa sila. But then, with that win against Singapore, I believe they have good momentum coming in here. And sources say that even the King of Thailand will be watching that gold medal match. So, it is highly anticipated. A lot of people will be there in the Thailand International Ice Hockey Arena. So, aabangan natin yan. Maganda yung magiging laban.
And we are rooting for our girls. Now, thanks for the update, Dip. Now, can you tell us all about the country's chess team and the men's team rapid final?
Yeah, so we actually have a couple more teams playing in the semifinals later. So after the ice hockey gold medal, lilipat kami sa chess venue naman to see the semifinals, and hopefully we advance into the gold medal round. So this is the rapid chess, different from the classical chess that we usually have, because yung rapid, it is time-based na mas importanteng mabilis yung moves mo, because you're only allowed above 10 minutes in total and less than 30 minutes kapag tinotal mo yung number or yung time of moves na ginawa mo. And the atmosphere there, kakaiba naman. So kung sa ice hockey, maingay. In chess, obviously, the players have to be focused, kumbaga, be centered. So even the crowd or the ones watching aren't too loud. They are just watching there, yung mga athletes supporting silently, and you can see the players very laser focused. So ibang-iba siya sa ice hockey.
All right. Well, Dip, again, this is a different kind of chess than what we usually see, because obviously the environment is, well, with regular chess, diba, it's very quiet. It's very like everyone is so focused. Is it the same in rapid chess? I mean, obviously this is the one na may timers na hinahampas, diba?
Yes,
but,
yes.
With the audience or with the chess players, is it also the same that everyone's just very silent? Like, how does it work? And what should Team Philippines keep in mind in order to win?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same in terms of environment. But I guess mas tense yung dating kasi nga may oras na hinahabol. So instead of the players just like really relaxing, you can see them making sure that the time is being kept in check para hindi sila sumobra dun sa limit. So for me, I think seeing our athletes, importante talaga yung oras for them to keep track, because that's a big factor for them to avoid penalty in that sport.
All right. Thank you so much, Dip, for that report. We will see you soon.
We'll have more updates and stories when we come back here on Tibay at Tatag. Mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games updates. Powered by Arena Plus Sportsbook and brought to you by Signal TV, official broadcaster of Thailand 2025.
100 เมตรหญิงและนัก
You're still watching Tibay at Tatag. Mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games updates, powered by Arena Plus Sportsbook and brought to you by Signal TV, official broadcaster of Thailand 2025. No doubt about it, the biggest newsmaker yesterday was, of course, Filipina tennis sensation Alex Ayala. She delivered a golden performance in the women's singles final, which was a huge breakthrough for Team Philippines. Let's relive that historic moment one more time. So yesterday, Alex kasi has had an incredible run in 2025, Jamie. We have to look all the way back to the 2022 US Open. She was the first Filipino to win a junior Grand Slam title. And then fast forward to 2025, a historic year for Alex. We saw her in the Miami Open semifinals. She defeated Yelena Ostapenko, Madison Keys, Iga Swiatek. And then yesterday,
it was such a golden match talaga. And you could really see her face. She was really fierce and just so fun to watch. And you could feel that the whole country really was behind her.
And this is her first ever SEA Games gold medal after reigning in the women's singles following a 6-2, 6-1 win over her Taifo Mananchaya Sawangkaeo. And she defeated Thailand's Tasapor Naklo in the semis.
Yeah, and you can see nga there were some dubious calls. But that's one of the hardest things actually as an athlete because you have so many things to focus on. Pwedeng ma-distract ka doon, pwedeng ma-down ka. But what she was doing, she really just said what she needed to say, make her point, and then continue on. Focus on the match talaga. And she really did a great job at that.
Pinaglaban niya yan.
Yes.
But yeah, have you ever contested
My
also
goodness.
as an
It's
athlete?
very difficult in karate. So I remember one SEA Games, yung sa Vietnam SEA Games, that was a bit contentious.
Okay.
Pero it was difficult because there's only 3 minutes in karate and you really cannot focus on the calls of the referee and you can't take it back. So you have to move forward and if leading na ang kalaban, you just have to play on. So make it felt and then just continue. So yun yung mga you have to manage during the games and the fight.
Speaking of Vietnam, that was also Alex's first SEA Games appearance. Nagkita ba kayo? I mean, I'm sure all the athletes had their own venues, but was there an opportunity to see other events for
Sadly, no.
you?
I wish I had, but I think that the martial arts were really separated. So we weren't in the main city along with all the other athletes, pero we were isolated in karate.
Well, Alex got 3 bronze medals in Vietnam. That was in 2021. But also, she became the first Filipino to win the event, again, as mentioned, Maricris Fernandez. She last achieved the feat in 1999. That was 6 years before Alex Ayala was born, by the way. And before that, she's only the 3rd Filipino to win gold in women's tennis singles. Before that, of course, as we mentioned, Mary Chris, and then Pia Tamayo in 1981. And the last time we won a gold in Philippine tennis in the SEA Games, that was by Cecil Mamiit in 2009.
Grabe.
In men's pa.
Grabe.
So we can just imagine the gravity, the momentum, the incredible, moments that the tennis team felt while watching Alex. And we saw so many people cheering her on, especially after nakita mong pinaglaban niya.
Of course, yes. Yes, and it will inspire a lot of people for sure. People are talking about tennis more, and I hope the kids also will see Alex and say they want to do tennis as well.
Yes, and we will have more of these kinds of moments from Alex Ayala in the future for sure. Meantime, 2 teams that will be carrying high expectations when they step onto the court are the Gilas Pilipinas men's and women's teams who are already through to the finals in their respective tournaments. But before the finals tip off, Let's take a look at two key members from each squad, starting with Robert Bolick for Gilas Pilipinas men. Bolick played a key role in all of the wins of the Gilas men's team, making big plays in the crucial moments en route to the gold medal game. And as you can see, Bolick is a winner wherever he goes, winning championships with San Beda in the NCAA and La Salle in the UAAP. In his time in the PBA, he has also been an all-star and a mythical team selection multiple times. And that resume will shine even brighter if he helps Gilas take home a gold in this year's SEA Games. This is his first Gilas tournament since he was part of the winless 2019 FIBA World Cup squad in China. At sigurado tayong gutom naman siya para sa ginto ngayon.
Iba talaga si Robert Bolick. I've seen him in the PBA and iba talaga yung dating niya and his presence is really made felt in the team.
And you know, again, like Robert has that winning mentality also.
Yeah.
We see his ferocity on the court. We see his determination to win. As mentioned nga, as we showed earlier nga, yung mga nagawa niya, all-star sa PBA, mythical first team, mythical second team, scoring champion, and basta, you know, it's in him eh.
And it's a good talaga team member and that's really what the team wants. And especially for Gilas who hasn't been training together, malaking bagay talaga yung that member who really steps up and knows na he wants it talaga. And now, we go to the Gilas Pilipinas women's team. They will have a tall order when they also take on host nation Thailand later on. But fortunately, they have players who already know what it takes to win a gold at the Southeast Asian Games, including one of their vets, Afril Bernardino. Just like Robert Bolick, Afril is also a proven winner. She had a stellar UAAP career with the NU Lady Bulldogs, winning 3 championships and 3 MVP awards. But she is just as successful in the SEA Games, winning 3 gold medals, 2 in 5-on-5 basketball, and 1 in 3x3 basketball, along with 2 silver medals. The team will need her experience and leadership if they are to reclaim the gold for the Philippines at the event.
Afril has been playing for Gilas Women for quite some time. Coach Pat Aquino, who has been the coach of Gilas Women since I think December 2014 pa yata, you know, years back, he already said na every time they call on Afril, no hesitation whatsoever. And Afril has been one of the pillars of Gilas Women. And considering na the lineup this year, wala tayong Jack Ademam because of her commitments to her team in Japan. They called back Afril, and once again, she heeded the call. She is just one of the names in women's basketball in the Philippines that once you hear Afril Bernardino, you know that there is a veteran who's going to take care of business on the court.
Yes, and her resume says it all. That's not luck. That's something purposeful. That's something that shows na she really wants it and that she works hard for it. So again, yan yung mga pinupuntahan natin sa team.
All right, now to shed more light on the aforementioned players and their respective teams' bid for SEA Games glory, we have our correspondent in Thailand, Carlo Pamintuan, with a special report. Hi, Carlo. What can you tell us about our Gilas teams and their finals matches against the host nation? Sa Gilas women muna tayo, Carlo.
Well, for Gilas Pilipinas women, they hurdled the 2023 gold medalists in Indonesia. But it's a very different Indonesian team because they did not have their naturalized player, itong si Pierre Louis. It changed because they did not have the size anymore to make it a problem for Gilas. So it helped kahit wala itong si Jack Daniel Animam. Their naturalized player was not present either. Kaya naging tungkol sa mga gwardiya yung laro ng Indonesia in their semifinals match yesterday. It's also a good thing that 2 of our bigs who competed in the UAAP finals in Ann Pingol and Angel Surada have already come in to add a little bit more height, a little bit more heft sa ating frontline rotation. But Casey De La Rosa has been a revelation for Gilas Pilipinas women. She has been outstanding throughout this tournament. Did not shoot too well from the field in their last game versus Indonesia, but she was spectacular from the free throw line. She was 15 for 17 as they did not have an antidote for her. Hindi nila mabantayan sa poste kaya napakaraming fouls yung nakuha nitong si Casey De La Rosa. We also got key contributions from the three-point range from Kate Castillo, from Janine Pontejos, the 2 veteran guards ng Gilas Pilipinas women. And it was a good win because they led it from start to finish. They led by as many as 19 in the first half. Hindi naman nahirapan in managing that lead. There were a couple of times that they lost momentum because of a few turnovers here and there, but they took full advantage of their pressing defense, forced turnovers from Indonesia's side as well to win that matchup and head on to the gold medal match. Now, what will we face against Thailand? It will be a much taller opponent. Maraming bigs na mahusay yung Thailand, and that is why they're also in the finals. They defeated Malaysia in their own semi-final duel, and it will be a hostile crowd that will be meeting Gilas Pilipinas. Pahirapan sa tickets. You know, in the past, when it's not a Thailand game, you can just walk in, show your passport, bibigyan ka ng ticket, papaupuin ka, no problems whatsoever. But now, when Thailand is playing, we barely can get an idea of how Filipinos can actually come in and watch. Ganun po kagigil itong Thailand na maipanalo ang gold medal. They have not won, the gold medal, and they are raring to do that in front of their hometown fans. That is for Gilas Pilipinas, which of course, as you talked about, Afril Bernardino, she will be key here. Kaya yung dapat din bantayan ay yung kanyang foul situation. She fouled out of the game versus Indonesia. That cannot happen versus Thailand.
Okay, good to know that, Carlo. Now, I'm interested, what can you tell us about our Gilas men versus Thailand?
So for Gilas Pilipinas men, 3 games down, and you saw 3 different starting lineups. So this is still a team that is getting to know each other. We know that Coach Norman Black had a difficult time forming a squad. Hindi niya nakuha yung mga gusto niya initially because of the changing rules for eligibility here in the Southeast Asian Games. But he is slowly figuring things out. May magandang mga adjustments, may magandang mga pagpapalit sa starting lineup, and the big thing is the coaching for this squad, because even if they fall in the first quarter, even if nalalamangan sila, even double digits na maaga, Malaysia, Vietnam, it happened again against Indonesia, he is capable of making the changes that will turn the ball game around. So we give credit to Coach Norman, and specifically in the game versus Indonesia kay Jamie Malonzo. He was not sure if he was going to see action. As you can see, he has a heavily supported left leg because he's being bothered by a knee situation, pero nilaro niya, and he actually led the squad with 32 minutes in that game. The game-changing decision was when he defended itong si Derek Michael Xaviero ng Indonesia, because that 22-year-old big of Indonesia scored 17 points in the first quarter alone. Napakagaling nung nilaro niya in the first 10 minutes. But after that, nung si Jamie na yung nakatao, only 5 points the rest of the way. So these are the things that we are banking on. The adjustments, the IQ of our players. Tignan natin kung sasapat yan against the really long preparation of Thailand. Because if you really look at it, yung Gilas Pilipinas, sa Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas, is busy with so many opportunities to play, right? We have the World Cup qualifiers, we have multiple venues that we can go to na hindi naman naaabot ng Thailand or ng Indonesia. So this is it for them. This is the tournament for all of these Southeast Asian teams. So they prepare hard for it. They make room for it. They schedule it in advance. Let's see if our short preparation time will be enough to topple Thailand. Again, they have not won the gold medal in men's basketball. So they're hoping that tonight will finally be their moment to shine.
Thank you so much, Carlo. Thank you very much for that. Now, for best of luck sa atin ngayon, and we'll see you soon.
And when we come back, we'll take a look at the stacked schedule of Team Philippines in the final competition day of the SEA Games.
Keep it here on Tibay at Tatag, mas pinalakas ng Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games updates, powered by Arena Plus Sportsbook and brought to you by Signal TV, official broadcaster of Thailand 2025.
100 เมตรหญิงและนักค่ะ
The back row. The block. They'll open up to Belen again. Philippines. Romito is also getting a lot of playing time. Good stoppage there. Right over. Yeah, overpass. Chance still for us here. Not, at least in my opinion, and tell me if I'm wrong. If we're going to win this, we're not looking at scores here. Sineno will reverse it. Set it back to Vanny Gander, who's starting the heat.
Ateneo, front line for the Philippines.
Targeting that right.
Out of system play when it's Shaina Hakidura hitting from the left.
Good dive there by Don. And a good put away by Maddie. And the Philippines will officially...
You're still watching Tibay at Tatag. Mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games updates, powered by Arena Plus Sportsbook and brought to you by Signal TV, official broadcaster of Thailand 2025. Two of the country's best volleyball players, Cici Rondina and Bernadette Pons, team up in beach volleyball once again. And now they have a shot at winning it all in Thailand, facing the host nation. Before the mayhem in the sand, let's have a look at the stellar careers of Rondina and Pons. Cici Rondina, aka Cherry Bomb, is known for her explosive athleticism, both in the sand and indoor volleyball. Her accomplishments speak for themselves, from the collegiate level and the professional ranks, all the way to donning the flag's colors in international tournaments. Rondina is a proven winner. Aside from the accolades, Cherry Bomb's all-out playing style has made her a crowd favorite wherever she competes. Si Cici talaga, I got to cover her way back in the PSL.
Yeah.
You know, the energy.
Yeah.
The energy of that woman.
Small but terrible.
Grabe.
Iba talaga.
And bagay na bagay nga siya sa beach volleyball kasi nga you sink into the sand so you have to keep moving, diba?
Yes.
Eh si Cici, sa sobrang grabe ng energy niya and ang likot ng paa niya, as in, ang galing ng movement talaga pag pinapanood ko si Cici. Alam mo, ako yung napapagod.
And she's so great. She's really great as a person. I've done an interview with her before and she's just so humble. I don't think she
Very
knows how
humble.
amazing she is.
Yes.
Super hardworking, pero I admire her.
Kaya mahal na mahal din si
Yes.
Cici ng mga tao.
Totoo. And now, let's take a closer look at Cici's equally talented teammate, Bernadette Pons. The FEU product started making a name for herself when she led the Lady Tams to their first UAAP Finals appearance in Season 80, which was their first in 9 years. In the Premier Volleyball League, Pons became a member and one of the most important players of the powerhouse Creamline Cool Smashers squad. This translated into success, something she has been doing over the years alongside Cici Rondina.
Okay, so Bernadette and Cici, sa sobrang tagal na nilang mag-partners, yung tawag sa kanila, si Pons.
Oo nga eh. Nakita ko yun. I love the Philippines talaga. Iba talaga yung
Si Pons.
humor ng
So, they were together already sa 2019 pa lang. They won bronze in the SEA Games here in the Philippines. And then bronze again in 2021 sa Vietnam.
Yes.
And then the thing is, nung 2023, magkaiba silang partners.
Okay.
They didn't get any medals. So now, si Bernadette, parang she's been using that as her motivation.
Right, to come back stronger.
Yes.
Alam ko talaga yung feeling na yan when you come back from a loss or something that you didn't expect, you really come back hungry and you really work hard together. And it's a good thing that they're working together again. It's their sign, Bale, to
Yes.
come back together.
Let's go, Sipons. All right, later today, the dynamic duo will be in a tough battle for the gold medal in women's beach volleyball. On the way to the finals, Rondina and Pons registered signature wins over the likes of Indonesia and Vietnam. On the ultimate stage, best believe that this tandem will give it their all to beat the odds and add an all-important gold to the Philippines' medal tally. And as you mentioned nga earlier, Jamie, there's something, when athletes reach this level, when you start representing the country, it's an entirely different ball game na. You don't think about yourselves. You think about, the flag that's on your chest.
For sure. That's why the SEA Games is so special, because you know that you are alongside the other athletes from other sports and you get to do this together, and you know that you're fighting for the same thing but different ways. And you know that the whole nation is watching and cheering and supporting. And napapansin ko talaga sa mga people who don't get that goal, they apologize.
Yes.
And I think they shouldn't, because they should just know how proud we really are of them.
Exactly. I mean, for us na audience, thank you.
Sobra.
Thank you so
Sobra.
much. All right, so of course, good luck to Cici and Bernadette. On that note, let's take a look at the stacked schedule of Team Philippines at the SEA Games for the rest of the day.
At 2:30 p.m., Filipina spikers Cici Rondina and Bernadette Pons go for the gold medal in women's beach volleyball.
Starting at 3 p.m., J. Brian Baricuatro, Ira Villegas, Flint Hara, and Yumir Marshall lay everything on the line for the Philippine flag in the men's and women's boxing final.
At 4 p.m., Alas Pilipinas takes on Vietnam for the bronze medal men's indoor volleyball.
At 5:30 p.m., it's the gold medal match between Gilas Pilipinas and host nation Thailand in the women's basketball tournament. Over on the men's side, Gilas will also face the hosts for the top prize.
Of course, you can catch the rest of Team Philippines in action at the 33rd Southeast Asian Games on One Sports, One Sports Plus, RPTV, and on Signal Channel 261, as well as the One Sports YouTube account. There's also the Filipinas Live app for many more events and content from the SEA Games. You can also support our Filipino athletes by visiting and logging into our website, arenaplus.ph, for users 21 and above. Check out our community page for other updates as well.
And that wraps it up for us here on Tibay at Tatag. Mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games updates. Powered by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Bring home the win. Support our national athletes as they represent the country at the SEA Games. I'm Cheska Liton-Calao.
And I am Jamie Lim. Stay tuned for our ongoing coverage and live updates later tonight and in the final days of the games. We're at the home stretch. Patuloy nating suportahan at i-cheer ang ating magigiting na mga atleta. Laban, Pilipinas!